'cause I'm having a good time. Welcome back to Rock Your Best Vocals. Jim here. Don't Stop Me Now, Queen. Freddie Mercury's voice is amazing. And this, we're going to listen to an isolated vocal track, and it's just like, his voice is like butter. I want to try and sing this song a little bit more like him in the band that I perform in, because we do play this song. I'm going to play a little clip. I'm not going to belabor that too much. We'll just go on to the isolated vocal track. We're going to try and see if we can kind of understand more of what he's doing, right? And how we can apply this to our own voice. Now, I do want to say this with a caveat, is that Freddie did have vocal issues over his career, right? Nodules and so on and so forth. And he will be the first to say, like I think in an interview, he did not have a good technique.
I think most of the time I actually misuse my voice because I now have these nodules on my vocal.
So what we want to do is we want to try apply maybe a little bit more of a healthy way to sing while trying to get that sound, okay? Because sometimes the sound will come at a consequence of maybe pushing your voice in a way that, isn't going to be like very good for the longevity of your voice. If you sing like him and you're not careful about it, then it could lead to some damage, okay? And I'm not like trying to scaremonger or anything, but I'm just saying like that is a possibility. So we do have to just be mindful. Let's move on and check this out, okay?
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time.
Okay, so even from the start, tonight, he's a little bit of a rasp in there.
Tonight.
So that's where I'm talking about with this. If you're singing like Freddie and he's pushing breath there, right? Okay, so anytime you're pushing a lot of air through your vocal folds, you're treading on kind of dangerous grounds there, okay? But he does know how to do it, so he's like not destroying his voice every night. But there is that little tonight, a little bit. So if you just go, like if you kind of like almost like a sigh, that's kind of what he's doing. He's pushing a little bit of breath through the vocal folds. Anyway, let's move on.
Gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive.
On that's beautiful. On that live. So in that, to get that kind of sort of a pumping of the it's almost like your laughing muscles, right? If you're like the or like starting a car, an engine, like all that you want to feel that kind of almost like sort of like almost like a kind of a puke muscle-y sort of thing, okay?
And the world, I'll turn it inside out, yeah.
A little bit of a distortion on that. Little bit of a distortion. Let's go back.
Inside out, yeah.
And he had that beautiful, crispy distortion.
Out, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just slowly kind of just allowing his false vocal folds to come together a little bit in the back, so they'll start to vibrate together. So if you're using that movement of oh yeah, that's where you can kind of feel that into that, to slowly kind of bring that in. Oh yeah, that will kind of build that power up from below, and you can rattle the false folds with that.
I'm floating around in ecstasy, so
you can hear even a little bit in ecstasy. So there was that breath that's in there, and he's going breathy, falsetto-y with that, allowing the vocal folds to come apart. Floating around in ecstasy. So you get that breath
in ecstasy, so
on that ecstasy. It's really light. It's really, and this is the thing about guys in particular can get so kind of trying to make things sound like powerful, and we do that. Like I do that myself, like rock singers in general. You want to sing rock, you want to make things sound powerful. But when we listen to it in this way, and it's so light and just delicate, we really need to kind of approach things a bit more and explore that with our own voices and feel the lightness of the voice, because that's what Freddie he did that amazingly. Let's go back to that again.
In ecstasy, so.
That breath on the ecstasy, so. If you were ecstasy, so. So I'm going to put a little bit more power into it than I need to, but to feel that breath of the ecstasy, it's really like see. There's really a lot of air, which I've never really heard that close before.
'Cause I'm having a good time.
You could hear like his the way he shapes things with, and you know, because he had that tremendous overbite, right? And it's like you could hear, you could hear that overbite in that. 'Cause I'm having a good time. And he really kind of starts to bring in that power in there. It's brilliant.
I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger.
Tiger. You can hear there's a lot of, like a tiger. He's really not holding back the breath there at all. He's really kind of pushing into that like a tiger.
Defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go.
Oh, see, listen to the breath, and that's key. The breaths between go.
I'm gonna.
And he's like, you can hear the breaths in between. He's really like getting a lot of breath in there. Listen.
Go.
There's no stopping me. He's like, that's so important. The breath is the fuel for the engine, right? And this is a big part of singing support that you really need to understand. If you don't understand singing support, everything there is about it, you might be using it wrong. Click the link down below for Singing Support Secrets if you want to understand everything there is to know about singing support so you can sing better, whichever place you're at in your singing journey now. Okay, let's move on.
I'm burning through the sky, 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit.
On that, so he's getting even a little bit of distortion in this.
I'm burning through the sky.
Through that little crispy, through the sky, yeah. You don't get that by not pushing a little bit of air through there. So like I said, it's kind of like you will have to push more air than is quote unquote healthy as far as like, you know, preserving your voice for longevity. But to get the sound, like it can be really, really helpful.
200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit.
So he takes a breath, but call me Mr. Fahrenheit. So you got to take that little breath in there, and that's just so key. This is great to hear these like so closely.
I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you.
On that, you. There's a little bit. So let's go back to that because I want to hear that traveling at the speed of light even gets that little bit of distortion.
Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light.
At the speed of light. There's a little bit. I mean, that's too much, right? But like, I'm trying to accentuate. Like you can hear that there is a little bit of. He's getting a little bit of this distortion and that little Freddie, bright, crispy, beautiful distortion.
Wanna make a supersonic man out of you.
That's a beautiful distortion. It's not like too heavy. It's not too kind of raspy, airy sounding. It's just perfect.
I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball.
I'm having a ball. He's really like kind of getting so active in there in that. Like just, it's a physical activity, this song.
If you want to have a good time, just give me a call.
Oh, you can hear the breath, the plosive on the call. Just give me a call. Just coming through there on that. Brilliant.
'Cause I'm having a good time.
Oh, that. 'Cause I'm having a good. He's not holding back that air. He's really like letting that come out. That. 'Cause I'm having a good time. You really got to push a little bit more breath.
'Cause I'm having a good time.
He's really not stingy with the breath on those.
Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't.
Oh, that. Yes, I'm having a good time. Oh, it's so. It's just like lends that's what makes this like not a kind of an operatic kind of clean poppy song. That little bit of distortion in that it's not a lot. It's just the perfect amount of just excitement and aggression and passion in this song. It's so great.
Don't wanna stop at all. Yeah. I'm a rock.
That distortion on the end of that note.
Chip on my way
Let's go back to that. And that's the support muscles kind of kicking in just to give it a little bit more energy, a little bit more passion.
I'm a rocket ship on my way to Mars on a collision course.
On that Mars, he really shapes that like completely, but he's really kind of enunciating that.
I'm a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm a sex machine ready to reload.
Okay, so listen to Sex Machine, right? So the air that's in Sex Machine is very indicative of how he's singing with that amount of breath that's coming out.
I'm a sex machine ready to reload.
So I'm a sex machine. It's not I'm a sex machine. It's I'm a sex machine. There's a lot of breath. Oh, I'm a sex machine. So he's pushing a lot more. When I do that, I'm a sex machine. I can feel that in my vocal folds as opposed to going, I'm a sex machine. So when I'm closing the vocal folds and I'm not pushing a ton of air through there, it feels a lot safer for me. It doesn't sound as good as this. It doesn't sound like Freddie, but it's a safer way to sing for longevity so I can sing the rest of the set. And
like an atom bomb about to explode.
Okay, in that you can hear he's really has a great open throat technique there. Everything is out of the way. You can hear like the pureness of his vocal folds. Let's go back.
About to
On that you can hear that like completely open up here. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about is if you just take like a breath like that and then just explode. Most of the great singers have that real brightness to their vocal folds. It's that complete open throat, and you hear just the brightness of the vocal folds like coming through. It's amazing.
I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you.
There's a little bit of an overdub there
I wanna make a
on that. I wanna make it's almost like you can hear that. You hear that it's an overdub. So there's two voices there. I'm trying to hear why that's doing that.
I wanna make a supersonic woman of you.
It's possible that they weren't happy with the energy of the main vocal and they decided to do an overdub of just that. I want to make I don't know why. It's strange. It's just on that. I want to make but anyway, it's interesting to hear this so close. And then on the distortion at the end of that, where he puts that.
I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic woman of you.
Supersonic woman of you. That's what I'm talking about. When you're pushing that, it starts off clean, and supersonic woman of you. It just kind of lifts into that, like like that kind of. But you have to start light up here.
Hey, hey, hey! I like it. Have a good time, good time.
Listen to all that breath.
I like it.
I like it. And he's just breath is like, and that actually kind of hurts my voice to push that much breath through there. So that's where I'm talking about. Like I could feel that, when you like over sing or something, or you kind of feel like, it's kind of makes you feel like you want to cough or like a little bit of scratchy in there. That's what I get when I try to emulate that. I like it. That's so much breath. That's really making me feel like I want to cough. I wouldn't suggest trying to sing like this, and nor am I gonna I'm gonna try and sing it safe. To go, I like it. So I'm kind of trying to stop the breath, not that kind of let all that breath out. I like I can, it's almost like I'm kind of holding my breath. You can kind of let a little bit out. Without overblowing air through the vocal folds.
A good time, good time.
Good time. That distort. Good time. Amazing.
Oh, let loose, honey.
And I never really heard that little crack that's in there, but it's like that's what we love about, I mean, older performances. Like we love the fact that it has these little kind of cool things. Like when we listen to this, I'm like, oh my God, I never heard that. Like I never heard that crack in there. Like you just like would think that's just this like smooth transition up, but there's this beautiful little crack in there.
Oh, let loose, honey.
But it's not horrible. Like he finishes it out. There's a little bit of a crack on the way up. I think it's good that that's in there. Not bad.
At the speed of light, I wanna make a supersonic man out of you. Yeah. Men.
Well, that's a weird little artifact. Men just comes out of nowhere and it's still in there.
Out of you. Yeah. Men.
It's just like, that is just so weird that like, it's almost like they just forgot to delete that. And perhaps they just did it like to troll people. Like that's maybe what they did back in the day. I'm going to troll them and leave that men. So going back to that on that. Yeah. So you kind of put in 2 yeahs. Not really sure why. Doesn't sound like an overdub.
Supersonic man out of you. Yeah.
So that doesn't sound like an overdub.
Men. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball.
Letting all that breath out, having the ball. Just letting it out.
If you want to have a good time, just give me a call. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't want to stop at all.
Oh, that's a weird. They stopped and then it was like a kind of overdub into there. And you listen to that breath, so much breath there. That's indicative of just, you're just breathing. And he has this way of pushing so much air that he can catch the vocal folds together in a way to also not let so much air through. Listen. On that. So I think he's adding a little bit more vocal fold closure in some parts but overall, for the most part, it's a lot of breath. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this little journey down the rabbit hole of Don't Stop Me Now. I've learned a ton from that, and also that men. I don't know. That's a little cool, beautiful artifact. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Rock your best vocals where your best keeps getting better. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching.